There comes a point in every man's life where silence becomes more powerful than words, and solitude becomes more satisfying than company. But for a Sigma male, aging isn't about getting weaker, it's about evolving. This man doesn't follow the herd, he watches, he adapts, and most importantly, he transforms. While others chase validation, the Sigma refines his edge, sharpens his mind, and masters his inner world. Society doesn't see it coming. They label him mysterious, sometimes even broken, but they don't realize he's becoming something far more dangerous and deeply rare. In today's video, we're uncovering 3 surprising and hidden ways Sigma males transform with age. Changes so profound, they often go unnoticed by the world, but are felt deeply by those closest to him. If you're a Sigma, or someone trying to understand one, this will open your eyes. Stay with me until the end, because the last point might just explain everything you've ever wondered about the silent lone wolf. Number 1. Emotional mastery replaces reaction, the rise of inner stillness. As the Sigma male matures, his emotional landscape evolves drastically. In his younger years, he may have felt like a silent storm, intensely aware, deeply emotional, but often misunderstood. He was constantly processing everything, social cues, expectations, betrayals, without showing much on the outside. But inside, it was a battlefield. With age, however, something profound happens. The chaos quiets. The Sigma learns that not every battle needs a sword, and not every slight deserves a response. Instead of reacting to life, he begins to respond to it, with calm, calculated control. This is not numbness, it's emotional mastery. He recognizes emotions as signals, not commands. Anger no longer drives him. Fear doesn't paralyze him. Even love, once overwhelming, is now something he gives with intention, not desperation. This change confuses people. Why aren't you mad? Don't you care? But the Sigma knows power isn't in expression, it's in control. Psychologically, this is aligned with Stoic philosophy and supported by studies on emotional intelligence. As prefrontal cortex maturity increases with age, self-regulation strengthens, especially in introspective individuals. For the Sigma, this means peace. Where he once felt everything too much, now he feels just enough, and only when necessary. This is the first and perhaps most critical transformation. The Sigma doesn't become cold, he becomes strategic with his warmth. And in a world drowning in emotional chaos, this calm becomes his superpower. Number 2. Solitude turns into power, from outsider to unshakable force. In his younger years, the Sigma male is often misunderstood and mislabeled. His need for solitude is seen as antisocial, his silence mistaken for insecurity. People try to fix him, encourage him to open up, or worse, drag him into conformity. But he doesn't fit the mold, and he never will. As he ages, though, something extraordinary happens. That very solitude. It transforms into unmatched power. Instead of being consumed by loneliness, the Sigma begins to thrive in isolation. He reads more, learns faster, builds skills silently. While the world is distracted by noise, he's building an empire, inside and out. This transformation is rooted in psychological truth. Solitude increases self-awareness, which enhances decision-making and inner confidence. The Sigma uses this alone time to sharpen his intellect, master his craft, and understand his deepest desires, something few ever take time to do. People start noticing the difference. He becomes harder to manipulate, immune to peer pressure. His boundaries are firm. His energy becomes magnetic, not because he tries, but because he's so deeply aligned with himself. There's something dangerously attractive about a man who doesn't need anyone to complete him. Solitude stops being his burden. It becomes his armor. and the world starts to realize this man isn't hiding, he's preparing. Number 3. Purpose replaces popularity, the birth of quiet dominance. While many men grow older chasing relevance, clinging to status, likes, and shallow validation, the Sigma undergoes a silent revolution. He stops chasing popularity and starts embodying purpose. In his youth, he might have wondered why he didn't fit in, why fake smiles and loud parties felt empty. But with age, he no longer needs to question it. He understands now. He was never meant to fit in. He was meant to stand apart. Purpose becomes his compass. Everything he does is now aligned with a deeper mission. He no longer says yes out of guilt. He says no with grace and with finality. He doesn't need attention, but when he speaks, people listen. When he acts, it carries weight. His presence starts to command respect, not from volume, but from authenticity. Psychologically, this shift is profound. Studies show that people with high autonomy and intrinsic motivation report greater life satisfaction and mental resilience. That's the Sigma. He becomes internally driven, immune to the external scoreboard. And what emerges from this transformation is a man with quiet dominance. He doesn't need to intimidate. His purpose does it for him. He's not the loudest in the room, but he's the one they remember. In the end, the Sigma becomes what few ever do. A man who moves in silence, but whose impact echoes. Conclusion. So here's the truth. Sigma males aren't made for the spotlight. They're made for the shadows, where they observe, evolve, and eventually emerge as forces of quiet power. Their transformation with age is subtle, but it's life-altering. From emotional mastery to empowered solitude to purpose-driven action, each shift turns him into something few can understand, but many admire. He doesn't grow old, he grows sharper, wiser, unstoppable. If you're a Sigma, embrace your evolution. Don't let the noise of the world convince you that your path is wrong. You're not behind, you're just building in silence. And when the time comes, your transformation will speak louder than any words ever could. If this message spoke to you, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below telling us what part of the Sigma journey you relate to the most. Share this video with someone who needs to hear the truth about the path less traveled. Because remember, some men follow trends, but Sigma males follow truth. And truth never ages, it only deepens. Until next time, stay strong, stay silent, and stay Sigma.